Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this solid to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in 1 hour time frame. So friends, here you can see the natural gas futures found good support on July 31st at the levels of dollar 1.785 what they found at the 200 days moving average, and since then the natural gas futures showed a sharp upward move up to the levels of dollar 2.266 what they touched on August 5th 2020, and since then here we can see the natural gas futures have been facing stiff resistance at the levels of dollar 2.260. So here we can see that after facing some resistance here the natural gas futures moved downward up to the levels of the 2.165, but once again natural gas futures showed some consolidation till Friday closing, and now I find that if we have a look at the current position of moving averages, here you can see that the 20 days exponential moving average is well above the 20 days moving average, which looks evident enough for a short-term bounce back in natural gas futures. So here you can see that currently the 50 days exponential moving average is well below the 50 days moving average, which looks evident enough for a bearish pressure which may continue during the long term. So here you can see that after a steep fall from the levels of dollar 2.281 what they touched on August 6, natural gas futures found good support at the levels of dollar 2.141. So here I find that this level of dollar 2.142 seems to be an immediate support for natural gas futures, whereas I find that the immediate resistance is at the levels of dollar 2.268. Here you can see that before the closing the natural gas futures maintained well above the Ichimoku cloud here and finally closed at the levels of dollar 2.264. So here I find that this shooting star could result in a sharp upward move where we can expect a gap up opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week. If the natural gas futures find a gap up opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week above the level of dollar 2.333, we will see the natural gas futures will try to maintain above the levels of dollar 2.268, and I find that a sustainable move above the level of 2.268 will result in more upward moves in natural gas futures. And on the other hand, if the natural gas futures find a gap down opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week below the levels of dollar 2.166, we'll see the natural gas futures to take a sharp downward move up to the levels of dollar 2.032, where the 200 days moving average will provide strong support to natural gas futures, from where the natural gas futures may take a sharp reversal from these levels. Here you can see that the natural gas futures have been constantly maintaining an uptrend since July 31st up to the levels of dollar 2.267. So friends, here I find that the opening levels on the first trading session of the upcoming week will be very decisive. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures find a gap down opening, we'll see the natural gas futures to test the levels of dollar 2, which seems to be a strong support for the natural gas futures, from where the natural gas futures will take a sharp reversal from these levels. So now let's check this move in a 4-hour time frame. So here you can see that how the natural gas futures have been maintaining an uptrend in 4-hour time frame. So here you can see that after a sustainable move above the 200 days moving average, natural gas futures reached this immediate resistance when the natural gas futures moved above the 200 days moving average on July 23rd for the first time during this season. The natural gas futures continued to maintain an uptrend after some sell-off from the levels of the 1.934. Natural gas futures found strong support at 50 days moving average. Here you can see that after a gap up opening on August 2nd, the natural gas futures showed a strong upward move up to these levels, where the natural gas futures found some resistance at the levels of dollar 2.266, where I find that a gap up opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week above the levels of dollar 2.296 will keep this uptrend intact, where the the immediate resistance for the natural gas futures will be at the levels of $2.333, but a sustainable move above the levels of $2.355 will keep this uptrend intact. But here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to sustain above the levels of $2.297, we'll see the natural gas futures to take a sharp downward move, because in a 4-hour time frame here you can see that the current position of 20 days exponential moving average is well below the 20 days moving average, which provides a bearish signal where the natural gas futures may see a gap down opening on the first trading session, where the immediate support levels will be at the levels of $2.157, but a sustained move below the levels of $2.141 could result in a sharp downward move, where the immediate support will be at the levels of $2. But here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to defend this immediate support in case of a downward move, during the upcoming week we will see the natural gas futures to move downward back up to the levels of $1.8, where the 200 days moving average will provide strong support to natural gas futures. So friends, be ready to see an action in natural gas futures. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.